As far as curriculum, here's what I've come to realize. If we went outside now into the heart of downtown Sony, and the first person we see, we go, hey, what's a punch? They'll go, that's when you go like this.
Yeah.
What's a kick? That's when you go like this. What's trapping? Exactly, right?
They won't know.
Right? What's grappling? Now, because of the proliferation, right, and the popularity of jiu-jitsu and what have you, they might have an idea, right? 30 years ago, not really, but everybody knew kicking and punching.
Of course.
So since everybody knows kicking and punching, start there.
Yeah.
Right? Then take a look at the framework and the proprietary language that exists in Jeet Kune Do. There's a thing called the 4 ranges of combat, right?
Could you go over the 4 ranges?
Yeah, so here's the order, right? Kicking, punching, trapping, grappling. Here's how I break that down. Trapping and grappling, because they require what I call the skillful manipulation of your opponent's center of gravity. You think about it.
Yeah.
If you touch hands with somebody, right? And you try to blast through, pot down or whatever, Wing Chun, you are trying to control their center of gravity.
Right.
Even more so if you're going to take down, throw, choke, right, sweep, whatever,
100%.
right? So trapping and grappling require the skillful manipulation of your opponent's center of gravity.
Yeah.
Kicking and punching, however, do not.
That's true.
And everybody knows kicking and punching instinctively. Start there.
Exactly.
So that's how you structure your curriculum. You start with the easy stuff.
Right. So they get used to doing that.
Because kicking and punching, dynamically, right, delivers what? Impeccable control over your own center of gravity.
Right.
Now when you have control over yourself, now you can seek to control others. Oh wait, is that philosophy? Oh my God, I thought we were talking kicking and oh, I don't know.
This is a JKD broadcast. You don't know what could happen. Hey guys, real quick, hit the like, smash the heart buttons, all that stuff, but please, please, please make sure you share this stream. We really want to get the word of Jeet Kune Do out to as many people as possible. We've got Sifu Dwight Woods here from Miami, Florida, so if you could, please smash the like button, smash the heart button, and go ahead and share this off, please. Alright, so, but one of the things, just kind of going off some of that, Alan is a great dude. He's a great dude in the group. He was asking, what are some of your, he had mentioned, what are your like 5 best training aids or something like that. Is there something that you've seen that helps, say, train better? Like I don't know how to ask this, but what are your 5 favorite, I don't want to say training methods, but things that you use to train goodness? Do you know what I'm saying?
Kinda. No, it's not that I don't know what my five favorite.
Alan, man.
What is?
He says, what are his 5 favorite training aids in order?
5 favorite training aids. I mean, that could mean pieces of equipment,
right?
Couldn't it?
It could mean,
right?
It could mean.
So.
There's a lot of.
Okay, so So all right, so let's. I mean, if I don't know if he's live with you that he can clarify, but let's say he does mean pieces of equipment.
Someone has the same shirt as you, Michael.
No way.
That's
Isn't
awesome.
this the best? It's the best, man. A lot of girls stop you and ask you about this one.
Who is that guy? What? Oh, wonder if there's a video series to help folks train.
There'll be the better version, right? Okay. Yeah, it's something that I'm working on. So for right now, with Carlos's help, I'll put the stuff out there. But yes, there is something on the back burner that's being organized and put out.
He's got literally hundreds of videos that have not been revealed to the public. They're not even on YouTube. He's got a bunch of videos on YouTube, so you can check that out. But what we're going to do is take all of the knowledge that he's got, all of his old videos that he's got, and we're going to put it into the group so everybody can watch it. So if you're not part of the I Love Jeet Kune Do group, make sure you join the group while also being part of the page. But yeah, so like what?
Okay, so training aids, right? All right, so this is not necessarily in order of favorite. I'll tell Thai pads.
Yeah.
Okay, now,
but that's Muay Thai.
Yes, right, of course, right? Except, right, except for when it's used as target practice for stick.
That's
right?
interesting.
Except for when it's used as look. But in Thai boxing, we punch, right?
Right.
Okay. So there's not a huge disparity, right?
Yeah.
But Thai pads, I'll tell you why. My introduction to Muay Thai came in 1984, right? I met Inosano in 1983. This is when I was a long distance runner. So that the picture that you put up, I think to promote this. So that's my first picture with my Jeet Kune Do Sifu,
Right.
and the guy who became my Muay Thai instructor, Surachai Sirisu. This is 1985.
Wow.
But my introduction to Muay Thai came at that same camp in St. Louis, Missouri, California Martial Arts Academy. Because in 1983, long story short, I took falls from a French wrestler so that Inosano could learn technique. So he goes, oh, Dwight's pretty, he's pretty tough. He's got pretty good conditioning. Because I was a long distance runner at the time.
Right.
So I was telling you, if you look at that picture, I'm like this big.
Yeah.
Right? Okay? I'm not, like the fat slob that I am now. Right? So in 1984, he's now introducing people to Thai boxing. So everybody gets to come up and do the famous 3 minutes of double kick.
Oh.
Right? So he calls me up. He goes, I know he's in good shape. He took the falls for me last year from the French wrestler. Right? 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes later, whatever it was, I was almost dead.
Yeah.
Right? Literally, I was on the floor, gasping for breath. I could not believe it.
Yeah.
Right? And I remember there was a split second where when I finished, I was going to be cool.
Yeah.
Right? And then the body just gave out. And I crumpled on the floor. And I thought, this Thai boxing is honesty.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
There's no make-believe in this thing.
Oh, no.
Right? So Muay Thai has always been a favored training method.
Right.
So Thai pads are important.
You used to use a lot of focus mitts as well.
We still
use that.
No, yeah. Look, the focus mitt is a martial arts laboratory in your.
I remember you said it was like sparring. People talk about let's put on the gloves and hit each other and do it. He's like, well, you can do the same type of sparring.
You look. Here's the thing, right? People don't understand what sparring is, right? Everything is sparring. Here's the formula that I use, right? There are two types of training: solo training and partner training.
Right.
And then within solo and partner training, there are two subtypes. So there's solo training in the air,
Right.
aka shadow boxing, right, which is another favorite aid, visualization, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because mental development might be a thing that's not stressed enough or often enough, right? Visualization, creative visualization is an important thing, and martial art teaches that, even if it just teaches it within the realm of shadow boxing, right? So in solo training there's shadow boxing, and then there's solo training on the equipment. So those are the two subtypes in solo training. In partner training, two subtypes. Partner training with the equipment. You hold the Thai pads for me,
Right.
the focus mitts, right? We train with the sticks together or whatever. And then there's what I call glove drills. You see? Now for most people, sparring is the thing that you see in the karate and taekwondo school. So everybody comes in, they warm up together,
Yeah.
right? And then you split off, and the yellow belts train their stuff over here, the green belts over here, whatever. And then everybody comes back together at the end of the class, and they put the little booties on and the little, the little stuff, right? And then they ba, right? And they beat the crap out of it, right? And the ones who are naturally aggressive do better. People like you, right? Do better, right? Than the people like me who are more strategic in their aggression, right? So then you have kids quitting because they went to martial art not to get beat up,
And now they got beat
but
up.
they get beat up because the sparring is not structured.
Right.
You see?
Yeah.
Right? So all sparring must be controlled, right? But when people say sparring, they're usually referring to the version that in the old days we called free sparring.
Right.
Where you don't know what I'm going to do and I don't know what you're going to do. So it's free sparring.
Right.
Right? Well, you don't start there. You have to work your way up to that.
Well, how do you work your way up through it? Like,
You work your way up to that by drilling realistically. Right? In 1982, I think it was, Inosano conducted an experiment. At one of his schools, they focused on sparring. On the other school, they focused on drilling. And then they had a little competition. Right?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay? And
what school would you want to be part of?
and from everything that he and I have spoken about, it didn't make any difference. It didn't make any difference.
Really?
Right? But the drilling has to be realistic.
Yeah.
You see? That's the thing. It's
Yeah.
got to be realistic.
Yeah.
Right? So you can have prearranged sparring, but just don't make it the way in the classical martial arts they have the one-step stuff or the three-step stuff, you know? So I go 1, I go 2, I go 3, and then kia, that stuff, right? That has its place in their type of training. We can do something like that, right? But for me, that would be whether we do it with the gloves or with the focus mitts, right? So let's say we do it with the focus mitt. It means that you hit 1, 2, 3 at me,
Bang, bang, bang.
so I catch, parry, cover, and then I hit back at you,
Right.
right? So it's still 3-step sparring,
Right.
but we're moving the way we would apply the technique for real.
Gotcha.
See, nobody will apply the technique
Right.
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right? And then also, in traditional, I mean, you can tell that I spent some time in the traditional arts, right? But I'm applying the third tenet of Jeet Kune Do, absorb what is useful, right? See, because I'll go back to Barbados and forgive me if I start talking about this.
No, this is awesome.
And then we go here,
That's
and then I
awesome.
try to circle back if I remember.
We keep getting more views, so you're doing great.
Okay.